Well, the world is a different place than it was in 2000. And we've made a lot of progress in the Millennium Development Goals, which were set to fight poverty, to fight HIV, to reduce child mortality, maternal death. We've cut the number of people living in poverty in half, well ahead of 2015. But the work of the United Nations is not over. There are still global priorities. So to start a new set of development goals, the United Nations wanted to reach out to the general public and ask them, what do you need? What's the priorities of you and your family? And that's why we started this My World Global Survey. We wanted to reach as many communities, as many countries as possible. We wanted to reach out to not only the rich, but the poor, to the marginalized, to anything. Sorry, to anyone. You can edit that part out. So, the last sentence. So we wanted to reach out to communities. We wanted to reach out to countries. We wanted to reach out to families and ask them what their priorities were for a better future. And My World gives different results. What's a priority to you in Thailand might be a different priority to someone in Nigeria. Better health care in Thailand means something different in Nigeria than it does in Thailand. But let me talk now about what Thailand has done in My World. Thailand's performance, including with the help of Procter & Gamble and Durkit Pandit University International College, we have achieved 52,700 votes. That's more than 5% of the My World vote. And to put that in perspective, Thailand makes less than 1% of the world's population, but we present more than 5% of the My World total vote. So Thailand has really, really done a good job of getting its voice out and making its voice heard. Actually, the priorities for Thailand are very common with that of the rest of the world. The number one priority, of course, is education. Education for their children, education like at this institution, education for adult education, continuing education, master's degree education, but they also want better health care. Thailand has one of the best healthcare systems in the region, but people still lack access to services in rural areas. Of course, people want better responses and better services from the government, but they also want clean, safe drinking water. 1 in 5 people still lack access to clean, safe drinking water. That's also one of the top priorities. And although climate change doesn't rank as high as we'd like it to be, people still want to protect forests, rivers, and oceans. So they do want to protect the environment. The Millennium Development Goals were developed by a group of very, very smart people. And it was developed in New York, perhaps in a closed room. This set of development goals, we like to think, are created by the people of the world. We went out and we got the responses of more than 52,000 Thai people. India went out and got the responses of 180,000 people. We're asking them what their priorities are because the world is a different place than it was in 1990. It's a different place than it was in 2000. People's priorities have changed. I know that I'm a different person than I was 20 years ago, 15 years ago. My priorities are different. Fewer people live in hunger. More people have access to clean, safe drinking water, right? But we still have work to do on climate change, right? HIV is not eradicated. So we have these. So can I just add another sentence to that? Maybe I get better in editing. Okay. It's really hard to hear in this room. Oh, I know, but I feel like I'm shouting.